the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Chiremu ewo the Savannah region. Ulwani chiremu Savannah region. NDC regional secretary and afi regional organizer ewo Savannah region. Abdul Nasser Adam Afolu. Ena afi Musa Idris Abdul Nahi. Ena omo edi nsem kakra dia tudwa say nwanwa obi bo ne nyum say nwanwa nwanwa omo sa de nwanwa ne say wodo ni kiremu the five northern regions nipa dodo ya free NDC do mani kiremu NPP ya as a party no cares less about what is going on. Yeah, omo kan but the party has failed to take immediate steps to remedy the developing political situation. It is very worrying. Omo so omo de as regional officers or my yoma from Gibia, they've done whatever they can do. Yoma will debate my biomoye, but still, day in and day out, people keep switching camp from the NDC to the NPP. Multitudes keep switching camp from the NDC to the NPP in the five northern regions. Almost they are regional officers in the Savannah, but Oma receive report from Northeast, from Upper East, from Upper West, from the northern region. A similar situation and happen. The ebesine ya omunti say omun national officers aba bonten abeka bibi assess program on how to recover their membership in the five northern regions. No mo dwene ho omunti ase. But omo de they've done their bit. The omo ho de betumi anoma ye. Omo ya. Still their members keep switching come from the NDC to the NPP. Now in a write-up, targeted at the leadership of the NDC. In reaction to a recent visit of the vice president and presidential candidate of the NPP, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, to the Yagbon Wura, king of the Gonja people, after the Nairi, overlord of the Mampurugu, the Yana, overlord of Dagbon, Nasser Adam Afolu, identifies what he says is the growing influence of the vice president, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, in strategic places in the five northern regions where the NDC has traditionally held as their strongholds. Now, according to Adam Afolu, in their customs and traditions, so much respect is accorded to their traditional rulers. So when these traditional rulers come out to say positive things and even go further to enskin the vice president, it is telling their people that he is the right choice for them. And according to Adam Afolu, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia are very strategic. One, Oba the overlord of Gonja, Yagbonwura, Waban Nenase. Overlord of Mampurugu, Nairi, Waban Nenase. Overlord of Dagbon, Yana, Waban Nenase. And to him, these three overlords and omo occupy the five northern regions. Omo nyina no Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia bomonaso. Na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia bae no ensemo ahemfo atitiri ka de fa ne ho. Eye mpo ebi ha go to the extent say omo aboko nwade ama no eyade a ka bibi kire chidifo. E na o say omo nso no omo di oboni ni die pa. Emma tumi edi won so. Enti say na yire kura ka say ya na mpo abie na no aka say Yagbonwura kura bie na no akase ya kire se nipa no ye nipa papa emti enya nwanwa se omanya this mass defection from the NDC to the NPP. The Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia are very strategic. We nyina NDC empanifo hu, what are they doing? And the former president John Dramani Mahama and na bono ne hin no so wo ye also almost say ye building Ghana ne here. They should be strategic. Omo to aso bio. Omo say what is going on is standing out as the most devastating visits for us in the north. And I believe for my Gonjas in particular and the NDC in general, following the unfortunate and embarrassing act that was occasioned at the palace of the Yagbonwura, the king of the Gonjas, when Vice President Dr. Bawumia paid him a courtesy call. The act was the enskinment of Dr. Bawumia as the unity chief in Gonja, not Dagbon, not Mampurugu, not Northern Ghana, and indeed not Ghana. The extent of this devastation was deepened when I read Yane's admonition to Dr. Bawumia when he visited him on the same day that he visited Yagbonwura. What made the devastation complete was when I juxtaposed the advice of Nairi, the Mampurugu overlord, to Dr. Bawumia the day preceding his visit to Yagbonwura, that he should be seen as a symbol of unity and development in the area. Clearly, the Nairi was suggesting to the people that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is the one to unite the people and bring progress and development. This is a blow to the NDC, knowing very well that our own flag bearer, the former president, John Dramani Mahama, also hails from the region. What will make the Nairi make such an emphatic declaration about the vice president? It is because of his humility to pay homage to these important traditional leaders. What are they telling our own flag bearer, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama? He enti Adam aforo na echire mu se ade a NDC bubuye no devastation sa na me echire mafa NDC bubuye no one ehase free emra the vice president edina ni chire mu ewo gonja na Yagbonwura esi ni hene afei de to so mienu ode na ni ko chire mu ewo ya na ho nso a ewo pa ya na so nsam a wo ka de fa ne ho eno so bubu wo mu mienu na de bubu wo mu miensa kra no ne yama nipa no firi na efri NDC do mani chire mu NPP eye ensam a Nairi ya wo ye Mampurugu overlord ekoka yese se ye po bi a obeye ohene ya wo de asomdwie ode enkabamu no ode mpuntuo abre wo mu a eye Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ena wo chire mu se sa wahene popro te se Nairi akasa asem we dia fe Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ho edi enti na chidifo ebetan no so mo koso atan NDC na omo akasa asem we aka se former president John Dramani Mahama ya wo ye NDC flag bearer baby omo de ne nam no emwa because regions omo de ne nam no these are regions a wo ye omo dan baby omo to omo akọ eye well no enti nei omo tena ho ama 5 northern regions yinso aye dikadika diama wo mo ana because and someone these paramount kings and chiefs carry so much weight. And for the Nairi to say this to the good people carry weight papa what's that to us be or say comrades since 2016 policies in Gonja, Mampurusi, Dagon have continuously caused the NDC pain after pain. In most cases, they have caused the NDC and His Excellency John Mahama in particular so much embarrassment. What is the crime of the NDC? The crime of the NDC is that we've sat down and watched on as the flag bearer of the NPP and the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, continues to show the good people of this area how humble he is by his continuous patronage to the palaces, his continuous donations to the palaces, his continuous visits to the palaces. We must be very careful. We do not deserve this recurrent and unfortunate happenings if our national executives do not pay, or if our national executives are paid adequate attention to our place. We have always been angry and livid anytime this happens. Unfortunately, in our anger, we throw our hands in despair and contemplate boycotting these policies. Is that the solution? I say emphatically no. I am reiterating. If my memory serves me right, and if our records speaks the truth, we've lost close to over 5,000 members since the start of this year in the 5 northern regions. If I recall, the massive support the NDC enjoyed in the Gonja, Mampurusi, and Dagbon lands from 1992 to 2012 has diminished drastically. This support soared even in 2008 when His Excellency John Dramani Mahama was chosen as the running mate of Prof. Mills. It reached a crescendo in 2012 when His Excellency John Mahama became the presidential candidate of the NDC. What caused the sudden slump from 2016 till date? Why have our palaces become the playground for the NPP? Why are our chiefs pandering to the desires of the NPP? Why has the NPP been able to set the agenda in our Gonja, Mamprusi, and Dagbon palaces? Why are our people, faithful NDC supporters, continue to join the NPP as time goes on? NASA asked in his write-up, what we the NDC need as a party and as a people is to do an introspection in a dispassionate and sober manner. We, the NDC, must look into ourselves as a party and find out what we are not doing well in the 5 northern regions. I do not think the good vibes we see in these palaces happen in a vacuum or spontaneously. They are controlled to reflect the dignity of the palaces. What relationships have we developed with our palaces? On the 12th of August 2022, the Council of Elders of the Savannah region discussed this matter among many others and came out with a beautiful working document. The document diagnosed the problems, proposed solutions, and implementation strategy. What happened to the document? Why has that document not been implemented? Are we happy to see this mass defection of our people from the NDC to the NPP? Let me sound this word of caution. If care is not taken, we may not even win a seat in the 5 northern regions with what is going on. If care is not taken, we may not even secure 20% of the total votes cast in the presidential elections if we keep on looking on without going forward to strategize for the 2024 elections. There is something we as NDC are not doing well. We are not building the needed relationships as required. We are not strengthening our collaboration with key stakeholders, including our palaces. We are not protecting the NPP. We are not predicting the NPP and foiling their strategies when we have the capacity to do so. Nasser Adam Aforu lamented in his post. Who are our signalists and prompters in our palaces? We cannot be doing the same thing and expect different results. Nobody in the NDC should take Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia for granted. The man is very intelligent and strategic with his campaign. His strategy is to win the heart of our palaces, and that is all he needs to do. After that, it translates automatically into massive votes, since we, the Mamprusis, the Gonjas, the Dagombes, have utmost respect for what our landlords, which is our chiefs, tell us about certain individuals and their characters. We still have a little more time to change the narrative. We can and we must do something immediately. The reality is that the NPP is giving us a showdown in the 5 northern regions. And if we don't double up, it is going to be a hands-down victory for them. The time is now. Wey Nsem-Pii Adam Nasser Saforo Edia Tuja. Yese osofo abrobe ewowo. Ti won so mo sere kwa eja dem se in the 5 northern regions. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia in his campaign talk A man now present NPP for better man be presidential candidate. Okay, so he's going to give them a showdown in the 5 northern regions. After December 2023, according to more records, more than 5,000 and a defection also there. Was so almost say keep. Now their regional officers are complaining to the national officers said, Oma him has been seized by the NPP. And Oma say dia dance say, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia or you very intelligent and strategic. When you go for your campaign and you're building Ghana and born to Debbie. It is about strategy. The Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's strategy is working to perfection. Now the overlord of Mampurugu, the overlord of Dagbon, just say, "Wo fa baby a," and according to woman so no boni ni di omo don wo ma hemfo ni tin some omo ka no omo ti tinya nwanwa say na die Adam Nasser Saforo and afi penifo aka ya omo hwe the 5 northern regions for the NDC actually krata we di ato no say de yakeka kono ehokwa na me de no say de yakeka kono ya hwe ya presidential 20% kura ehunya ba ye den ya hwe ya city be lusu in the 5 northern regions enya semketo because they penetrated into our palaces. They've sealed there. And one can say air translate into mass defection. Now say the overlord of Mampus crack assassin way. Na yiri and kasa assassin way for Edia Father Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Me no sonfo. And I may be. I was because I want come empty and a night yiri assassin. So the overlord of that bomb, ya na akura na e kasa asem we di fa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Ene ameto wo me twan die. Sa na tio. Say yagbon wura mpo edi sa dance e di fa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ho. Ene ame pedien. Say yagbon wura kura no atumi asekira kase. Bemen ena eba asomdwie, eba nkabomu, eba mputu a ye betumi di ani ato no so a. Ene me da so ndi se mu ye de. Ti sa na eye wo mo. Ena we de pa no afa ne ntoma wo na esen no we de pa no we man chele so was a nago de Bawumia no na esene no we man batakali so was a nago de Mahmoud no na esene no. This is according to Abdul Nasser Adam Aforo oni ni niamu a omo regional officers edema the NDC in the 5 northern regions.